It started like any ordinary evening. My wife had just returned from the store and was unloading groceries when two men in dark uniforms approached her. They wore badges that looked official, belts with radios, and even patches that said community security. At first glance, they appeared to be legitimate officers, but their behavior gave them away almost immediately aggressive, arrogant, and pushy. One demanded her ID. The other told her she was violating HOA property rules by parking too close to the curb. My wife, startled and confused, asked what authority they had over her, especially since our home wasn't even part of an HOA. That's when one of them made the mistake that would change everything. He pulled out a handgun and pointed it directly at her, threatening to fine her or take her in. I had been inside the house when I heard the commotion. By the time I stepped out, I instantly assessed the situation. My instincts sharpened. Their gear was sloppy. Their weapons weren't standard issue, and their uniforms screamed imitation. I calmly walked forward, pulling a small leather case from my pocket. "That's enough," I said firmly. The man with the gun barked back, "Stay out of this unless you want trouble." But then I held up my badge clear, unmistakable, and far more powerful than anything they could fake. "Special Agent," I announced. "You're threatening a federal officer's wife." The color drained from their faces. Their arrogance cracked, replaced by panic as the reality sank in. Within seconds, I disarmed the one holding the gun, forcing him against the hood of his car, while the other tried to stammer out excuses. My wife stood frozen, shocked but safe. Backup wasn't far behind. Within minutes, local police and my colleagues from the Bureau had the imposters in cuffs. They weren't cops, not even close, just HOA bullies playing dress-up, using intimidation to control neighbors. Night, as I reassured my wife, I realized how close things had come to disaster. They thought they could play law enforcers, but they had picked the wrong target. They hadn't just threatened an innocent woman, they had crossed an FBI agent, and that, for them, was a mistake they would never forget.